welcome back. Let's continue. So in this episode, we're going to put the functionality of these buttons. So let's go to the database. This is the first thing to do. What I did, because I have to upload some test file, some test audio, I went to YouTube and download some free beats. I've put the link in the description for the channel which I got the free beats from. I think the channel will be beneficial to you. So what I did here, I created a data type. I named it song, and then I added the first field artist, and I chose that field to be a list of text. If you don't know how to do that, you come here to create new, you type the name of that field you want, you go to field type, you will choose the most relevant one. In this case, I chose text, and then I chose it to be this field contain a list. So that's why mine artist name is a list. The reason why I did this, on other songs, there will be more than one artist. So I want one song to be able to contain all those artists in a list. Cover art, I created it and chose the option for image. Genre, I also selected a list. As you know, some song will be for more than one genre. Release date, I choose date as an option. Song audio, that's where we get that actual audio file. So I selected file. Song name is just a text. Let's go to the app data. As I've said, I've uploaded some of the beats. I only downloaded 5 of them, and then I uploaded them, give them some names, release dates. Let me give you an example. I also put a cover art. I downloaded this picture from the internet. Artist name is this one. There are 2 of them because, as I've said, it's on a list. You can also add another artist, and then there are 3 on the list now. I've added the song name, uploaded the file as well, and the genre is only Amapiano, but I can add another genre if I want to. Let's go ahead and save that. So this is the data set which we are going to be using to actually test if the songs are playing or not. Going back to the design. So before we proceed, because as you saw, the data set is only one data set. Let me show you something about the data schema. Some music players will have at least, or will at least look like this. They will have a data set for the artist, for the albums, the songs, playlists, and so forth. On our side, we only have the users as well as the playlist. I will show you how to configure the users and everything, but for now, we'll be focusing on this data set. We'll create and connect other data set as we go, but just for testing purposes, we're only going to work with one. Right. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to put these buttons and also maybe other function as well inside a repeating group. Let me show you what YouTube looks like. So I'm going to put this section here in a repeating group, that when I press play, I'm playing from a repeating group. And that repeating group will change depending on what options I've selected, like your artists and the genres. Let's go back. Let's add a repeating group. The repeating group should be one row, and we need to put this repeating group inside the floating group. So let's go to the floating group, which is this one, and then here's the repeating group. Let's put it inside, and then put this audio player inside that repeating group as well as the folder under it. Let's see how it looks like. There you go. Right, the repeating group, let's do the layout. It must not be fixed, and also it must not fit to content, as well as the height must not be fixed. So see, it has changed it, align it correctly. Let's just put the minimum height to be 0. Don't need any issues. So let's go back to the appearance on that repeating group. It needs to be showing the songs, and also do a search for choose songs. Don't put any constraint for now, leave it like that. Right, and then inside we have the player. Let's also go to the next group. This is the group which will be containing all the buttons, right? But you can just simply say in this group should be songs, and obviously current cells group, current cells. Then the following one is the same thing, is songs, current, parent group songs. That's it. Let's go to the player. Let me remove this. So the player is simple. It from your side, if you are following with me step by step, it is going to be empty on dynamic links. I just simply say do a search and say current cell songs. So whatever current song and then song audio, meaning that whatever is going to be playing is going to be coming from the repeat group, and the current selection in that repeating group, and everything is in that repeating group. All right, so we have selected the player, which on the previous video I did show you how to download it. This is the one which is going to give you a functionality of the sync as well functionality of playing the song. So we want it to play immediately when we press this button. So you need to click this button, go to start workflow. Let's click. I can select, I can choose to search for play, but let me show you where you will find that actual audio player so that you will see other functionality it has. In this case, we'll need this first one, toggle play audio. Let's go back to the main page. It means that when we click this audio, the song for the current, let me show you here on the player, the song for the current cell, that audio is going to play. Let's do a quick test. Apologies for the loud sound. Let me try to reduce the volume. Play. But if you can see that this button is not changing, we'll need to make it change to show a pause icon. Let's go back to our design. Just say copy special on the play and then paste special with workflow. Reason why doing this, because we don't want to do another icon from scratch and change the dimensions and everything. So the only thing which we're changing on this icon, we want the paused. There it is. So in a way, when you click play, this should be displayed. When you click pause, this should be displayed. But all of them, they have one same functionality of play and pause. So I'm going to say this button should be visible when we load, and then the second one should not be visible when we load. But I'm going to go back to the play button and go to the conditional and say when. Okay, before I do that, Let me rename this. I renaming to main play, and then the second one I'll rename it to main pause. Right, let me go back to main play. I'll say, let me search for main pause. When main pause is visible, this element should be invisible, like this. When main pause is visible, this element should be invisible. Let's go to the next one. I'll just say when main play is isn't visible. Now this one will be visible. So let's go and test. I hope I didn't confuse myself there. Stop, stop, play. So it's not changing. So going back, it says if main play isn't visible, this should be visible. Check the option. Okay, everything looks fine. If main play isn't visible, all right, let's go to the next one. If main pause is visible, this should be invisible. Let me go to this one. Okay, I saw the functionality which I forgot to add. Let's go to the first one, the play. Go to the workflow and then choose an option under element action, choose toggle. So toggle is just like hiding and unhiding. So let's go to main play. So when I press that button, main play will hide or unhide. Let's go back to the design. This one as well. Go to start, element, toggle. Let's go main. This one is the pause one, so it must toggle it. So let's test it. Play, pause, play, pause. So the functionality is working well. So let's go ahead and choose the option for counting. So this one will basically show how many minutes are within that song. Let's see YouTube. It looks like, so this is the counter of the song, and then how long is the song. So going back, I'll just simply have to go and say insert dynamic data, and I'll say audio player A, because that's our main audio player. We are going to say the current time string, right? Current time string is going to show you the song itself, where it is. We said space forward slash. I hope it allows me. Yeah, it didn't. So space forward slash, and then the next dynamic is the same audio player. We're going to say duration string. So let's test and see if I align it correctly. Right, 80s. Play. We're on our way. All right, we are on our 15 minutes. Let me cut the video short here. Next, we're going to do the the next as well as the back. I'll also do the song information to appear here, as well as the cover art. It's pretty much simple, but let me just give you a taste of what it's like. You just simply need to go to that a button which you want for the next, click on go to the workflow and go to, because it's in a repeating group, that's why I'm saying it's easy. It's just going to say show next, and then you will choose that group. That group, our repeating group, is songs. So let me just quickly play next, play. It's a new song. When I press next, it's not playing immediately, but also when I play the buttons, I have to change the play button as well. But that's how you do it to go to the next song if it's on the repeating group. But obviously we have to play around with some of these conditional, but we are going to do that on the next video. I will fully have the next functioning well as the back, as I've said, adding also with the names and the information and the cover art to show when the song is playing. Thank you very much for joining. Cheers.